Connection to the recent disregard that has been meted to the highest legislative house in the land. And we read thus. We, the Coalition of Nigerian Youth Leaders, are compelled to address the Nigerian public due to the egregious actions of Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, whose despicable assault on the highest legislative body in Nigeria has left us outraged, disappointed, and urging for immediate action. Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan's blatant disregard for the rules of the Senate is a slap in the face to the institution and its members. Her consistent attempts to undermine the authority of the Senate and its presiding officers, culminating in baseless accusations of sexual harassment, demonstrate a disturbing pattern of behavior. This is not the first time she has leveled such false allegations against prominent individuals, and it is imperative that we call out this serial accuser for her reckless and damaging actions. The best predictor of future behavior is past behavior. Natasha has found an unwholesome hobby of accusing men of sexual harassment the moment there is a disagreement. And it is very sad that the nation rewarded her by allowing her occupy such a dignified office that is totally unfit for such characters. We, the Coalition of Nigerian Youth Leaders, will not stand idly by while Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan continues to insult the intelligence of Nigerians and undermine the institutions that govern our nation. Today being the International Women's Day, we find it imperative to remind Nigerians of the role of Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan in silencing women and ensuring that genuine victims of abuse and harassment never get heard. Natasha, who should have been a beacon of hope and a symbol of inspiration to Nigerian women, has chosen the ignoble path of blackmail and character assassination whenever the pendulum of life does not swing her way. If we allow her to continue unstopped, genuine victims of abuse and harassment will never be able to find their voices. Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan has proven to be a bad example to her generation and the ones after, and the world will remember her for her manipulative and unscrupulous tendencies. We must protect our daughters, sisters, wives, and the entire female population of our dear nation from bad influences like Natasha. Her actions are ignominious, disgraceful, dishonorable, ludicrous, preposterous, nonsensical, and completely unworthy of the office of a Senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. On the call for the resignation of the President of the Nigerian Senate, we must be careful not to set a dangerous precedent for our dear country. Does it mean that if I want the governor of my state to step aside, I could simply cause a similar allegation against him and expect him to resign? We must tread with caution. We therefore sound this stern warning to Natasha's co-travelers to quit undermining the leadership of Nigeria's legislature or face the wrath of the Nigerian public. The likes of former Senate President Bukola Saraki have forgotten so soon that during his tenure as Senate President, he was indicted in a case of the notorious Ofa bank robbery in Kwara State, where a number of people lost their lives in the process. He is yet to explain to Nigerians his level of involvement in that heinous crime. Nigerians are not stupid. Let him explain himself before attacking Senate President Godswill Akpabio, who is 100 times more honorable than he will ever hope to be. Most importantly, we must stand by Nigerian women by encouraging noble and honorable women to participate in politics and take up leadership positions in the country, especially in the legislature. We seize this opportunity to commend our First Lady, Her Excellency, Distinguished Senator Oluremi Tinubu, for her unbiased position, and Distinguished Senator Ireti Kinkibe for standing by the truth. We need more women of their kind in leadership positions in our country. Most importantly, we commend the Nigerian Senate for taking steps to sanitize and bring normalcy to the Senate. And we are therefore demanding the following. Number one, we demand that Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan immediately retract her false allegations and apologize to the Senate President and the institution as a whole. The Senate is not a nightclub. I repeat, the Senate, the Nigerian Senate, is not a nightclub. We must protect the dignity of the hallowed chambers. We call on the Nigerian Senate to completely disregard the petition submitted by Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan and refrain from using taxpayers' resources to investigate such fraudulent accusations. 3, we demand the immediate recall of Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan and a conduct of fresh election that will produce a fit and proper occupant for the exalted office of Senator representing Kogi Central in the National Assembly. Number 4, we call on the Nigerian Senate to conduct periodic orientation exercises for senators. Lawmakers should not be lawbreakers, because we have had enough of the embarrassment on the legislature of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Number 5, Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan's suspension must not be reduced at any time, else such decisions will be met with stiff opposition by the Nigerian public. And here are our declarations. Number 1, the Nigerian Senate and the Senate President, Senator Godswill Akpabio, has our unanimous and unconditional support. Those in support say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Number 2, Senator Natasha and her co-travelers should cover their faces in shame. Number 3, should the Senate spend taxpayers' money to investigate a frivolous and baseless accusation, we will not hesitate to occupy the National Assembly in ways no one, both dead or alive, has ever witnessed in this country. And finally, we unconditionally stand by every noble woman in Nigeria who have lost their voices due to existence of charlatans like Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. And we are committed to supporting every genuine victim of harassment and abuse. Those in support say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. Nay. And the ayes have it. Thank you very much. That being read is the official statement.